I mean, now with the starters, like, what are you seeing out of that first team unit now? Now, I mean, you worked through spring. Now you're with, you've been working with the ones, presumably with Scott. Solid.
It's really solid. Every aspect is looking great. Communication is great right now. Just as we move, like making sure we're on the same page, and if maybe we miss something, for the next time. So like when we go on film, we talk about it, we chat it up, and then like just building off of that, it definitely like makes us stronger. And not only the first team, just the team in general. Like we're doing great. Like just coming off of the greatest summer we have ever had. It's just now we know our expectations are high, so just keep building on that.
What made it the greatest summer?
We are probably the strongest and fastest group here. We are a really fast team, definitely strong for a fact. So just knowing like what we can do helps us on the field, and just creates that mindset that like we're coming for more, and like the season that we had last year, that wasn't us. So now we're just building off that season and setting our expectations even higher.
When it comes to how did your spring performance how do you feel your spring performance led you to be where you're at right now in fall camp, where we saw you make some interceptions, we saw you hit, we saw you break up passes, but what stood out to you during spring that maybe helped you swing the momentum into what you're doing right now?
Just getting comfortable with the defense, knowing my calls and knowing what I can do to make a play to help me out. So I think that's definitely the main aspect that helped us now. So really just maintaining is the big thing for me personally, and constantly just building. That's nothing crazy.
How are you seeing with the safety group? I know Eric, I know that I've seen you guys in the 3 safety tandem on the field with Eric and Scott, but then also even with Colin too. It seemed like you guys stepped up in the spring. How are you seeing with the safety group, and how are you seeing kind of the depth, and even with Madison coming in, how are you assessing the safety group right now?
We're a very versatile group now. Kind of reminds you of like when we had Coda, Leo, Trail, and so we're very versatile. Like I play safety and nickel every now and then. Scott sometimes go to nickel. So it's even more exciting when we get a corner to come to safety, like knowing that he can play in the post, come down and stuff. So we're a pretty versatile group. We're a group of knowing. We really know our stuff. So definitely bidding on like things like some like minor mistakes that we might have, just knowing that like what you should have did afterwards, and then like just going on the sideline and making it up so that the next time you go out you can do it.
Is there a certain personnel that you go out to with when you get to nickel, or like when do you get out there?
It's not necessarily a personnel. It's just I feel like the coaches just put me there, maybe because like I can cover and tackle and stuff, and that's probably not the main reason, but it's just the fact that we never had like a for sure reason why. It's just like just go, like they just tell us to go. So
how similar is it to playing safety? I know with Madison it was pretty similar, but
it's similar, a little different, a little bit. I would say you still gotta come down and tackle for sure. It's closer tackle fits, but coverage wise it's a little different coming from certain leverages and stuff. It's a little different. Like you gotta win certain spaces, so it's kind of similar but different.